Opening remarks, Councilman.
To the Bermuda Construction Safety Council members and distinguished delegates. On this Heroes Day, I would like to show my appreciation to His Excellency the Governor, George Rankin, the Honorable Premier David Burt, Minister of Health, Kim Wilson, Minister of Safety, Dwayne Keynes, and Commissioner of Police, Stephen Corberson. We meet today to consider questions of great moment. COVID-19 has demonstrated to the world its aggressive intentions and has already infected Asia, Africa, Europe, and the Americas. And on top of that, it has reached our shores and claimed the lives of our very own citizens. Furthermore, overseas racial tensions have erupted from peaceful into violent protests. At the same time, we are here preparing for an upcoming global recession, and all of this at the beginning of our hurricane season. Councilwoman, I believe these are all just causes for our summit. As I refer to Section 1 of our Constitution, whereas every person in Bermuda is entitled to the fundamental rights and freedoms of the individual, that is to say, has the right, whatever his race, place of origin, political opinions, color, creed, or sex, but subject to respect for the rights and freedoms of others and for public interest, to each and all of the following, namely, life, liberty, security of the person, protection of the law, freedom of conscience, of expression, and of assembly and association, and protection for the privacy of his home and other property from deprivation of property without compensation. As part of our national identity, it is imperative that we continue communicating with each other and educating ourselves and assessing the risks involved with our health, safety, and our environment, which is why we held the Open Forum, Bermuda College, 2018, the International Speakers Conference, 2019, and our 2020 Summit here on headquarters here. For it can be said that not even a great threat can overcome a frail man when he is multiplied and supported by an army. As long as we support one another and render assistance to one another, an enemy cannot gain an advantage over you. But if you fight one another and dismantle each other, the enemy can break you like frail men one at a time. For the strength of the community is neither greater nor less than the courage of those that defend it. All of us dream of a life of happiness here together. Let us not pass from our memories those that have sacrificed their lives so that we may live free. Mr. Abbott Harris, Dame Lewis Brown Evans, Dr. Edgar Gordon, Dr. Roosevelt Braun, Sir Henry Tucker, Ms. Mary Prince, Mrs. Gladys Morrell, Sir Edward Richards, Dr. David Soul. Furthermore, I would like to make mention of those who continue to pioneer our island into what it is today. Sir John Swan, Dame Pamela Gordon, Dame Jennifer Smith, Mr. Alex Scott, Dr. Hewitt Braun, Mrs. Paula Cox, Mr. Craig Cannonier, Mr. Michael Duncan. And all of us support, respect, and admire the dedication and perseverance of our current Premier, the Honorable Edward David Burt. Although the Charter of Nations expresses the noblest aspirations of man, abjuration of force in the settlement of disputes between states, the assurance of human rights and fundamental freedoms for all without distinction as to race, sex, language, or religion, the safeguarding of international peace and security. However, as I said in the Open Forum, race is defined by language. I would challenge any philosopher, educator, historian, or attorney to that fundamental fact. I'm willing to have the debate here or on any continent. And all men were created equal under the law of nature. Man has walked the four corners of the earth and met up with himself. And everyone knows that in any building, temporary or structural, one of the most important elements it must contain is a base that is level. Otherwise, whatever is being constructed eventually will topple. And if anyone doesn't understand the definition of the word, they must first admit it to themselves. For it is written, not only in English, but in Amharic. On this day, new threats spread across our oceans and borders. Therefore, a new time of cooperation is required to ensure the growth and stability of our community. An economy that was stabilizing after a Great Recession has now been dealt a global pandemic. We must stop the track of COVID-19 and stop its spread. We must face a new emerging economic recession and prepare for a new hurricane season. And we must diffuse racial tensions through education and promoting our own national identity. If we are to return back to work, to seek prosperity, freedom and peace, and the dream of a life of happiness here together. Otherwise, the Magna Carta, the Bill of Rights, Magnus Corpus, trial by jury, and our very own Constitution will remain but a fleeting illusion unless we turn those words into deeds. And it's up to us to absorb the wisdom of history and apply it to the issues of the present. As those before us made a better reality for us, we must in turn provide a better reality for a new generation. And maybe it can be said that there is not peace on earth. But as for us, we must remain true to ourselves. Bermuda is another word. We must continue to nurture our health, safety, environment, unity, talent, education, professionalism, and sophistication. For we have the finest healthcare workers, educators, accountants, and environmentalists here on our shores. We exemplify the ideal tourist destination, prime international business location, and the highest level of athletic competitors on the international stage who bring gold medals back home to Bermuda. For I believe that our close affinity will serve to be our strengths, and our values will be uplifted. If we continue to work together, we will overcome the threat of infectious diseases, diffuse racial tensions, and survive yet another hurricane season. We will restore economic productivity, and we will continue to lead in the direction of the just as we pursue our lifelong dreams of happiness here together. Thank you, Councilman.